Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas, sharing glimpses of a success celebration. 20 years of Anil Shah Network. It was not just an event to mark success of an entrepreneur, it was full of rich emotions and family feeling. Love and joy filled World Fair Marina on 28th August during an employee appreciation evening, made more special by the attendance of New York Mayor Eric Adams and Town Clerk Ragini Srivastav. Take home mantra for success in the words of Anil Shah: Togetherness.
When we celebrate success, it energizes all of us. And today, completion of 2 decades of being in the business of Dunkin' Donut. And Neeravji and Anilji, I want to congratulate as well as be a part of this happy celebration. Let's begin with Neeravji, Anilji. So, how this business has been for you and working with Anilji?
So I'm very fortunate to be a partner of Anil Bhai. He's not only a partner, but he's now is our family, my older brother, I could say. I'm so happy. We are both very successful with this business, and can't ask any better partner than Anil Bhai.
Anil bhai, I'll recollect the history of Dunkin' Donut and William Rosenberg.
Yes.
So in 1955, he started
Correct.
franchising, and they aimed to have 100 within 5 years. But now the number has gone to thousands. And many Indian Americans have also touched more than 100, I believe. But talk to me about what was it that prompted you to be a franchise owner of Dunkin' Donut?
Actually, on early stage when I was interested in business, I had done so many different businesses previously, medical center to home health care to perfume to 99 cent store, and then when I looked at that, in the market, the food business is always one of the best. You cannot go wrong. People always need to eat. And the second thing was something that you want to have business somewhere that middle class, lower class, everybody can come and enjoy, and they can be part of it. So then I decided that let's go to food business. So originally I was trying to get from Krispy Kreme donut really originally. Then they did not approve me, and I did not get. I'm glad they did not do it. So I'm happy for that. And then through one of my friend, Jignesh Gandhi, who's in Virginia right now, he's the one who said, listen, I know someone and I can connect you, and I think you should do the Dunkin'. So then I said, okay. So then we got in touch with them. And then 2004, I did my training in Boston, Massachusetts with the MENA together. And then 2005, March 21st, 2005, we took our first location.
This is truly a moment of pride and honor that Mr. Anil Shah, who is our dear friend, who has been living an American dream in this country. As you know, the Indian community is always known for their business acumen, their entrepreneurship, at the same time, the service to the community and giving back to society. Mr. Anil Shah is a true symbol of that principle or ethos, where personally he is very successful as a wonderful businessman. He owns more than 16 franchises: Dunkin' Donut, Pizza Hut, Nathan's, gas stations, and at the same time he is also trustee of the Vaishno temple, and he's always there for any Indian community or non-Indian community who needs him. He's always there. He's a philanthropist. He is a great entrepreneur. He's a social activist. So that is the moment of pride for entire Indian community, that we see him as we see ourselves, who we want to be. And that is the best part of Anil Bhai Shah. And I am proud to say he is my dear friend, and I am very honored to join him today for his 20 years of his growth of his business empire. As you know, he came from very humble beginning and he worked very hard in the beginning years, but he is a true symbol of American success and American dream, and he is living like that, and that is an inspiration for everybody who is watching this. Everything is possible in this country. Do not get discouraged, deterred by any obstacles. Just keep working hard, because hard work always works, and never ever give up. You will reach your dream one day. It may take time, it may come early, but never give up. And the Anil Shah's life story shows you can achieve that. Thank you.
So I wanted to come here as he acknowledged his employees for over 20 years of service. I want to be here and say congratulations. Working class people is with this city, pride on, and particularly when you're coming from the immigrant community during COVID, those were the businesses that stayed open. They continue to see our city function. Without you, the city would not have gotten through COVID and would not be in the state of prosperity that we're experiencing every year.
When we're here to celebrate 20 years of a small business that has operated, hired hundreds of employees. This is what we talk about when we talk about the contribution that the immigrant community makes to the city. They are small business operators. This is the American dream. Having a Dunkin' Donuts franchise, start out with 3, grow to 10, and other small businesses, and now being here with his son-in-law, his daughter, a new baby, and the family that really honoring those 20-year employees that's been with them in the beginning. It's just a real pleasure and an honor. New York runs on Dunkin', and so we're going to make sure it continues to run with good employees and employers like this. Thank you very much.
We have more small businesses operating in our city in the history of the city. More businesses are employing working class families. When you make a city safe, businesses come and operate, and nothing personifies that more than this beautiful family in which a newborn. We need the newborn in this picture also. I just left the first Pakistani celebration in Gracie Mansion, and now here lifting up our small businesses. So I wanted to come here as he acknowledged his employees for over 20 years of service. I want to be here and say congratulations. Working class people is with this city, pride on, and particularly when you're coming from the immigrant community during COVID, those were the businesses that stayed open. They continue to see our city function. Without you, the city would not have gotten through COVID and would not be in the state of prosperity that we're experiencing every year. New York City is not coming back. New York City is back, and it's back because of the working class people like you. Thank you so much for being
Thank you.
What are the main challenges in this?
As being this retail industry, we obviously face day-to-day operations with the employees, of course. But other than that, we have a nice team set up. with Anil Bhai, Meena Ben. Now we have a daughter who is part of the network, having a manager and so on. And Anil Bhai is more active in the business. I'm more of a passive guy, but he does such a wonderful job that he treats all of his employees like a family. So even being a retail industry, we don't face that much of a problem that any other business would feel.
Absolutely. And since we have some time and we are reflecting on this 20 years journey, Anil Bhai, there must have been some secret to your success in terms of learning how to work with employees. I think that is a big challenge. Where do you see you learn that? Is it the training? Is it your spiritual side which helps you connect?
So, अगर हिंदी में बोले तो उसका श्रेय जाता है my parents, because where I grew up, we had a business since last 3 generations in India. So what I learned when I was growing up in India with my parents, and that's what I learned, that's my basic training came from, and that everything is helping me right now day by day routine.
What is it that you think Dunkin' Donut business has taught you, Neeraj?
What has taught me is to be more disciplined and how to properly follow the guidelines to be more successful.
Wonderful. Anil Bhai, very important aspect of life is every time things are not as sweet as the Dunkin' Donut is, and there are adverse circumstances, there are challenges. Sure. How have you faced, if there were some, and if you want to recollect any moment when you felt, now how I'm going to overcome this obstacle?
It happens to me, I believe, was in 2011, 10-11, after I was 5-6 years in business with the franchisee, and he was not working out proper with the brand because there was different management in Dunkin' Donut franchisees too. Their system was different. I was trying my best, but it was not working out. And there was one of the times there was thought maybe I'll quit and I'll go some other businesses. But then I said, you know what? There's a bump, and there is always an issue. Doesn't matter what business you go. So I say, you know what? Let's work on it. Let's put it through it, and then once you get out from them, and maybe you'll be on the next step or next level. And that's what happened. One that day was passed, and then I never looked back. So as you said, always there's a bump was in the route, but thanks to Srinathji Baba, I came through, and now I'm moving on towards from there.
Wonderful. So I thank you, Neeraj and Anilji, with lots of good wishes and congratulations.
Thank you.
So such a sweet occasion, 20 years completion, Dunkin' Donut, and 20 years ago you participated in a training with Anilji. From there to now, how it makes you feel?
Amazing, like a dream come true. That's it. Sometimes I want to pinch myself. Did it really happen? 20 years. Wow. Yeah, that's it. It's beautiful.
You've been such a hard-working person, and I've seen you in action at various places, social organization as well as at Dunkin' Donuts. So what is it that you learned from the employees that you worked with at Dunkin' Donuts?
Hard work always pays off. Honesty pays off. Dreams do come true.
How?
I worked as an employee and now I'm the owner. So I dreamed about being an owner and here I am.
I think that's a very beautiful moment and a thread which I'm aware of, but let our viewers learn a little bit about the day when you were working as an employee at Dunkin' Donut and then when you started owning one franchise to another franchise. So how was this transition?
Oh my God. As a teenager, my first paycheck came from Dunkin', as most of people know. Never imagined at that point that I would be the owner. But with Anil's thought process, he has a dream. He's a businessman. So my experience and his knowledge, here we are, 20 years later, giving you interview again.
So one more question which I would appreciate. Many times husband and wives find it difficult to get along at home, leave aside the workplace. Now, how was it? Was it difficult, even more difficult, easy?
I mean, it wasn't easy because we have difference of opinion, but he's really good in making decisions. His vision is excellent. I can think about now, he thinks about future. So he's great. So that made it easy. We kept the fights aside. We kissed and made up. We gave each other munchkin and we made up. That's it.
Last question about the future. Now, Kajol, daughter, also being a part of it. What is the main advice that you have given to her?
I don't know if I need to give an advice because she has seen us work growing up. She has seen the way I think. She has seen how her father makes the decision. So she has both of our genes in her. So I think she'll be great. But trusting and working like a family would really get her a long way.
Generally, people say that the second generation worked hard, but the next generation is not that hardworking. How is she on that scale?
She works hard, but new generation has great knowledge about technology, which we needed. So this network is really lucky to have her because we need the new blood. So she's good. She's great. Great. She's my baby. She's raised with us. She's great.
Very, very good. Very good. Once again, congratulations, and let's call her.
Let's call
As Kajol has also finished some big degrees.
Yeah, she's a CPA. So she, and as I said, growing up, she has helped us. So accounting is there. So here it comes.
Wonderful. Here comes Kajol.
How are you?
Very nice. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
coming from this generation, I thank you for being a part of this wonderful journey. 20 years. How is it for you, walking on the footsteps of mother, father?
I mean, it's amazing. I couldn't ask for a better two people to, look up to. They obviously know what they're doing. Here we are 20 years later, and it's bigger than ever. I know we had this party, when was this? 15 years, 10 years?
10 years.
And it's crazy to see how far they have come from then. So couldn't be more prouder.
So there are two sides of a business, if I just simplify it. One, you're working people to people, and I think Meenaji and Anilji are great in working with people. But the other side relates to finance and technology. I think you are probably one step ahead from them.
I mean, yes, Duncan is coming out with, the next gen, which is where I come in. So it's really nice for me to bring in my experience, to the table. But still couldn't have done it without mom and dad and, their people skills for sure. They're amazing when it comes to the employees and the partners and Duncan OM, so couldn't ask for anything more.
So I'm not only happy that I'm celebrating 20 years of success journey of Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm also happy that you are here. And you were like a kid when you were fond of donuts, I think, initially.
Yes, loved. I mean, who doesn't love donuts and coffee?
America runs on Dunkin'.
Yes.
So as we celebrate, any particular moment that you recollect related to Dunkin' Donut, Anilji and Meenaji?
Oh, that's a really good question. That's a hard question. I don't know one particular moment. I mean, we grew up, always coming to the store. It was like a field trip for me and my brother growing up. Unlimited donuts and bagels. And at that time we had Taco Bell and, Nathan. So I don't know, I guess that's how we always thought about it. It was like a field trip. It was a fun thing to do, to go to work with mom and dad.
Standing with Neerav Bhai and Anil Ji, I recollect my early days of getting introduced to Dunkin' Donuts, and oh man, you can still feel जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं कि मुंह में पानी आ जाता है, और सबका अपना अपना एक फेवरेट फ्लेवर होता है. तो आपसे ये शुरू करते हैं. मुझे बॉस्टन क्रीम बहुत पसंद रहा. आपका क्या फेवरेट है?
My donut. I love like a jelly donut.
आपका?
Boston cream.
हाँ, बॉस्टन क्रीम की तो बात ही कुछ और है. तो क्योंकि आपकी ट्रेनिंग भी बॉस्टन में हुई थी, तो वहाँ वाला क्रीम तो है ही है. हाँ, तो खास अब मैं आप दोनों से ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो हालात रहते हैं, जब कई लोग ये महसूस करते हैं कि भाई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो जाता है, या कई बार लोगों का परसेप्शन ऐसा होता है कि ये अलग स्किन कलर है, ऐसा कोई आपकी एक्सपीरियंस में हुआ क्या? और अगर होता है तो हाउ यू डील विद दैट?
Like I said, always the color things comes in, but I think now we are in New York, and there's like more democratic states, and having said that, we have a lot of our people in New York, and I think it's not so much of a problem.
Have you ever faced discrimination?
Yes, it happened 2-3 times, but we talk to them one on one honestly, because we never mean that, because I'm also immigrant. And I'm not born here. I'm from other country too, just like everybody else. And then we try to work, survive together, and nothing intentionally. And we outcome. So usually we just face to face, we talk honestly and openly, and it works.
So now things must have changed from the day you started. 20 years is a long time. If someone wants to pursue this path on which you have successfully and with glory reached here, what are the call it tips or advice that you would have for some new entrepreneurs, starting with you, Neeravji?
So if they want to start this Dunkin' business, you need to be disciplined and obviously hardworking, because it does require a lot of commitment.
Anil bhai, you have a hands-on experience more than Neerav bhai, as he was mentioning earlier. So give us not just 3 but 6 tips for an upcoming, even if it is not Dunkin' Donuts, so someone who wants to start a business.
Yes. So number one, I would say, be honest. Honesty is the best policy. That's number one. Number two, as Neerav said, you have to work hard, because no matter what. But if you don't work hard and you don't prove yourself to other people or employee, then they are not going to be happy. Third thing, treat all the employees like a family. Just like with respect. So everybody play with respect. Of course, 4, you have to have finance, because you have to have background. You never know when do you need that money, or when the business is good and bad. That's number 4. Number 5, make sure you have a right partner. That's number 5. And 6, I would say, is a location. Location and the real estate is very important. Any business, it depends on the business. I always believe real estate is as equal, as important as your business. So those are the 6 tips. If you have it, you cannot go wrong.
And I would add one more. Discipline is the key to the success.
Discipline is the key, and timing, of course, for whether it is comedy or it is Dunkin'. You have to have proper timing in terms of when things are moving, in what way they are moving, and what decision needs to be taken. And sometimes there must have been moments when you needed to take harsh decisions to let somebody go, etc.
Definitely. I used to have a general manager. I still remember him, Farooq Bhai. He worked almost 10 years with me, a nice guy. But situation comes in, I don't want to reveal what's the detail. And I was very counting on, depending on him too. But somehow for him personally, to me, something did not work out proper, and I have to let him go. And that's a tough decision. But sometime in life, that's a part of it. I cannot be like a Trump.
I was just remembering your fight.
but that's not how we go. But yes, it happens. It happens to a couple of employees to manager. But it happens. It's part of life.
I'm so happy to have Anilji, Meenaji and Kajol together. So Anilji, was it easy to convince Kajol to, after having completed her CPA, she could be thinking about some other thing to do, being a part of this?
Not at all. It took me 6 years.
6 years.
And finally, they came in and they said, okay, I'll try. So I said, at least try. If not, you can always go back. And she said, okay, I'll do it. So it was not easy. But I'm glad she did.
I guess it shouldn't have been, it might have been difficult. But Kajol, what was the final deciding factor for you to say yes to Papa?
Anaya. I found out I was pregnant. A week later, I called Dad and Mom, and I was like, I'm joining. Literally, that was my deciding factor.
So this question, of course, is for both of them, but more for you. 20 years journey, and now when you look ahead, what is the vision?
Oh my God. I mean, I want to have more and more stores. That's my vision. Let's do 40. Come on, I have a new blood on the table. There you go. We can do 40, of course.
I don't know about that one, but we can grow, that's for sure. Now it's a big help, and new generation is a new technology, and we cannot handle that. That's only them; they can do it. So of course we can grow definitely, no question on that.
So I was reading the history of Dunkin' Donuts. I was telling him that in 1955 he decided they want to open 100 franchise, and so what vision you have, accordingly you work. So how many you want to open coming years?
I mean, I feel like that's a very difficult question. For me, as long as we grow, it doesn't matter how many, and it's more about quality, right? I want to make sure that the 10 stores we have keeps running the way that Mom and Dad have successfully ran it, and then, and see where life takes us from there.
So I somehow have been in the role of asking questions. I keep getting many, but I'll just restrict this last one. And that is, when you grow, that stress level increases. Then how do you manage the number of responsibilities and the monitoring that you have to do? So how was it for you as you were growing?
Together.
That was a good question.
Together.
That's a really good answer.
I think that one word sums up everything, and we have together claps for Meenaji, Anilji and Kajol with lots of good wishes. Thank you.